Hello, this is Joe with Jomouse Creations, and this is Mr. Jomouse. If you knew him, you'd realize he's always got a project going, and he's going to tell us now about his latest project.
Our project starts with a 2021 Ram ProMaster cargo van that we purchased, and something really unusual about this van. Usually these things are trashed out from the rental market before you ever get them. We got lucky and got a nice straight one, 51,000 miles. It's a nice solid van to start with. We're converting this into a camper van. I will be living in it part-time while I work in another town. And then when I retire in about 3 years, we're taking off and hitting the highway. So we're trying to make this as self-contained and as off-grid as possible. So let's start with what we've done so far. If you'll note up on top, 600 watts of solar panels to charge our battery bank. And since we're on this side, this is a bunk window that's right over the head of the bed. And now we're going to swing around to the back of the van. Because we live in Texas, air conditioning is a must. I've repurposed this. This is intended to go on 18-wheeler sleepers, and it runs off of 12-volt batteries. The inside unit, this is the business part of the air conditioner, and it blows nice and cool, and it actually cools this down very efficiently. Before I started insulating, I had it where I was doing some tractor work nearby. That left the air conditioner running for about 4 hours while I was out working on the tractor. Came back. Now the van's no longer in the shade. It's in direct sunlight. It's still 72 degrees in there. Pretty efficient little unit. Now, underneath here, 400 amp hours of lithium, or it's lithium iron phosphate batteries. I've got room to add 2 more 100 amp batteries. This is my electrical system. We have shore power that you can plug into a 20 or 30 amp outlet. We also have battery to battery charging off the alternator. The alternator can charge my batteries back here. It's protected, doesn't let the van battery has to be full before it'll start charging back here, but it will not let these flow to the front, but it can charge the front off of the shore power when the inverter's on. So we have 12-volt charging off the alternator, we have charging off the solar panels, and we have shore power. We have a 3,000 watt pure sine inverter to convert 12 volt to 120 and 120 to 12 volt depending on what we're doing at the time. We try to run as many things in the van as we can off of 12 volts so that we don't have to run that inverter. But the air conditioner is 12 volt. Our TV will be 12 volt. Our refrigerator and freezer that's right here will be 12 volt. The water pump will be 12 volt. And now, since we're talking about the water pump, we'll talk about our water system. Right here, we have a 28-gallon freshwater tank. You fill off of city water, runs through an initial strainer before it goes into the pump, through the pump, into an accumulator that keeps the pressures consistent. Then we go into a 3-stage water filter so that no matter where we get our water, it's safe and drinkable. This is allegedly takes out viruses, bacteria, most any microbe, takes out trace elements, it takes out heavy metals and that kind of thing. Right here, our water system splits. Cold water will continue straight. This cold water here goes into our water heater. This is one thing that we could not go 12 volt on. So this is a 120. So we'll get our hot water from this. We'll have to run our inverter for that. Right here, we'll have a sink. The sink will have an extended hose that you can use to rinse down outside Or we have a collapsible shower pan that can be sat in this area. We'll have shower curtain suspended from hooks above your head, and that extendable sink faucet will be able to come over, and you will be able to shower inside the van. The most important seat in the house, Thetford chemical. It's a chemical cassette toilet. You can do your business in here. It can actually stay in its sub-tank for up to 3 days, and then you just discreetly carry it to any toilet, dump it in the toilet, flush it away, go on about your business. Both the driver's and passenger seats are going to be on swivels. We've got our Scopema swivels ordered, and you'll be able to turn the seats around to face back into the van, and this is our seating area. We'll have lagoon tables for eating and for whatever we're going to do if we're going to be on our laptops or anything. In addition to that, we're going to have 12-volt lights all along here. There are going to be 8 12-volt lights in the ceiling on 2 different circuits. One circuit will be switched on a cabinet that stands right here, and it'll be switched here for the bed circuit, and then that same cabinet comes out to right here, and that's where the front switch will be. In addition to that, we'll have our power for our water pump and for our water heater on this panel. We also have the ability to turn on the inverter from out here, and in addition to that, we have a readout that tells us how much battery power what we have, how much power is going in at the moment from the solar, and how much is being taken out at any given moment. Let's see. Closet will be right here. Breaker box will be in this closet. It separates 12 volt and 24 volt. 12 volt and 120 volt to go wherever they need to go. There's going to be a privacy curtain that when these seats are turned around, it will dangle over the backs of the seats to give privacy in the back of the van. Also, there will be insulated window covers over all the windows up front. In addition to that, when it's days like today and the weather's not too bad, we have a max air fan right here that can draw air from the back window over the bunk and out through here to keep it nice and cool inside the van. Additionally, there's going to be another window similar to the window over the bunk that'll go in this spot right here. You can see my template for cutting that window out. That's a project for tomorrow. Kind of proud of this right here. I just got the shiplap walls installed. This is our bedroom area. Did the carpet over the window frame that matches the carpets on the back doors. And if you're wondering where the bed will be, it actually rides right here acrossways. Since neither one of us are especially tall, we can actually sleep crossways in the back of this van. And there'll be unistrut posts going across with plywood. We have an 8-inch grid with 2-inch holes drilled in it to add airflow underneath the mattress. And this will be our sleeping area. Down below is what is lovingly referred to in the van world as the garage. And that's where all your storage is for rods and reels or tackle boxes or hunting gear or whatever it happens to be. Also, you'll note I do have a trailer hitch because this pulls our flatbed with our 4-wheeler or my kayak trailer. We looking forward to traveling. There's a good possibility we're going to loop up and make a visit to some of Joe's friends from her YouTube, and probably make a loop in that same process and go see some of my Air Force buddies from back, about 2 weeks ago when I was in the Air Force. That's the tour of the van for now. We'll give you an update as things come together.